Hello, Cancer. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Happy weekend to you, Cancer. I'm reading this on a Saturday, but whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate for you. It's not going to resonate for all of you today because it is a general reading. It might not resonate for some of you at all. Cancer, thank you so much for stopping in here. If you're my ride or die, thanks for doing that. I'm here with some oracles. We're going to get the feels for next week from the oracles. I'm always reading for the week ahead. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, you're cross-watching. And yeah, that's how I read. It's always going to be for the week ahead, no matter when you arrive at this reading or whenever it finds you. At the end of this video, Cancer, I'm going to tell you about how to find my private read area and also how to find the extendeds if you're interested in that. Let's find out what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Cancer, we have you trapped in fear. And by the way, this reading is post full moon. And as you get this, probably early in the morning on Sunday, it is already going to be that Mercury is in retrograde. So we've been in the pre-shadow of retrograde, and now Mercury is in retrograde in Scorpio energy, which might bring some things to the surface, or a little bit of this energy. Might make you fight with what's in the mind, right? Because what is Mercury? Mercury is all about what's going up in the head, right? What's going on in the mind. So it feels like somebody here is trapped in some sort of a mental prison. It could be fear for some of you. Tell me more. Could be that you're trying to let something go, but I feel like your natural instinct is to hold on to it. We do have prosperity lies ahead. So I'm going to say that you're holding on to something that you should release. And I feel like it's probably in the mind because we're dealing a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. And so it feels like it's under the surface and it's something that you do need to let go. But I think you're arguing with yourself as to whether you should be letting it go or not. But the thing is it says here, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. We just had a full moon in Taurus, by the way. Full moons are always about releasing something. And I think you're really hard pressed to hold on to something here that you don't want to let go of, because Taurus is very slow at letting things go, very loyal. I can't let that go. Look, I know Tauruses who won't change their mind, who probably will never change their mind. And it really does depend on, the moon and the rising sign as to how loyal or how stubborn you might be. You could be someone who does have a Taurus placement. You are good enough. We'll talk about that later. Let's pull one more card here for you. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, I always call you the Taurus of the water signs, right? Because you can move pretty slow. You can be pretty stubborn. Not wanting to change your mind, even though you are a water sign. Tell me more about Cancer. We've got courage. So I think that there's something here that you need to find the courage to let something go. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So trapped in fear. So it feels like there's something here you have to find the courage to let go, but you're not, because you're in this Taurian energy of, I'm too loyal to let it go. I don't know what it is, job, relationship, a thought pattern, something here that you won't let go of here. We've got balance. Let's get this out of the way here. We've got balance here. It's time to, I would say it's time to come to the conclusion that it's time for you to heal something and restore balance to your life. That's what it feels like here. You are good enough. We've got the moon in Virgo. It feels like, Virgo, I was going to say, the full moon in Virgo here tells me you need to release something. And I think that's what we're talking about here. Full moons are always about the release. We just had one in Taurus. But Virgo is one who is very much about the analytics and the logical side or the practical side of things. And so you're trying to find the courage to let go of something, but your practical side, Virgo Taurus energy, is telling you, I don't know if I can let that go. It feels like loyalty gets in the way, practicality gets in the way, analytics gets in the way. And what you're trying to do is you're fighting against the universe for balance is what you're doing. You're fighting this energy of healing or bringing something full circle. I would say. We do have self-esteem. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. But I feel like right now you're holding back on those. I feel like when it comes down to it, it says here, prosperity lies ahead. When you finally let go of something that's been keeping you trapped in the mind, I feel like you will pull forward or you will move ahead, but it's going to take some courage to do that. Let's take a look at some tarot. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I'm looking at that moon out, and I got a window right over here. And although it's not quite full anymore, it's still very, very high and bright in the sky today. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you want to tell me how that full moon affected you, Cancer. I'm a Pisces moon, so I have water in my moon energy. It was a little bit of a hard one for me. We've got the Nine of Wands. Somebody here is trapped in fear. Fear of being hurt. I think that you're approaching burnout, or you're tired of having to be the one who's resilient all the time. It feels like somebody here is fighting the mind. I think that you've been fighting making some decision, or fighting letting something go because you've been a little bit stubborn about what to do. I feel like when you let go of whatever has been keeping you trapped in fear in the mind, that you know that it's sort of like you're in the pocket of the slingshot. What comes after the 9 is the 10. It's the end of the cycle. And so I feel like the Fool energy is telling me here that the full moon is done. You need to release this. But I feel like you're in a little bit of a fog, but also a little bit of a delayed reaction because of this Taurian energy here. It feels like you're in a little bit of a delayed reaction. You know that you are in the new chapter, but I feel like for some reason you're keeping yourself trapped here. And I feel like it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting for you, and I think you're approaching mental burnout here because you are trying to keep yourself safe against something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this new beginning. Because new beginnings are a little bit, they can be a little bit hard for us when we're going into uncharted territory. We don't really know where the new beginning is going to take us, but we know we don't want to be back here where it didn't feel very good. We've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Very interesting. What's going to be revealed to you, Cancer, is how courageous you are. So I feel like be patient with yourself. I feel like you're going to take a long while to let go of something. I think it's mentally. I think you've been resilient mentally about some sort of fear that you have. I think your fear is beginning again, starting again, opening a new chapter, because you know that when you are the Fool, you don't have all the answers, right? You're just taking a leap of faith, and it can feel a little bit terrifying when you don't know what way you're going. I feel like what's going to be revealed to you as you take the leap of faith here is that you're super courageous. I left these spots available here because we're looking at this for the week ahead, but now I'm looking a little bit further into the month here. Tell me what might show up here. We've got the Three of Swords. That's what it is. I feel like you feel very loyal to a thought pattern, or very loyal to something that you feel if you let it go and you leave it in the past, that it's going to be disappointing. That thing, it's kind of telling yourself, well, I guess if I'm letting go, it's never going to show up for me. It's never going to transpire for me. And I think that's true, but I also think that letting it go is going to give you some balance and is going to really help you with your self-esteem here. I am good enough self-esteem, right? And it is... We've got Judgment here. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And I'm going to say that that's telling me to tell you, just do it in your own time. I feel like it's, because we had a Taurus moon here, it was really hard for you to let go of something. And I think that you're still having a hard time letting it go. We've got the Six of Cups here. It does feel like it's either a friendship or a love ship. It feels like something that you will always keep in your memory bank. It could be a person, but whatever this is, the Six of Cups is like, okay, then I'll just leave it here. Maybe next time, maybe next life, maybe the next time. Yeah, I feel like you're in this energy of, okay, well, maybe next time. Maybe I'll just look for them in the next life, or I'll look for a happier scenario in the next life. Tell me about the trapped in fear with the Nine of Wands here. Because somebody here is holding themselves back from the place of healing or the place of safety. by being very guarded in their thought process. You're not sharing it with anybody. And I feel like it's starting to weigh heavy on you to a point of feeling burnt out in a mental sense here. We've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. So that's what it is. I feel like somebody here has realized that this is never going to work out for me. I'm in the wrong relationship. I'm in the wrong friendship. This isn't deepening as much as I thought that it would. I think what you're arguing with yourself about is it has to do with your loyalty, because Cancer, you're very loyal. And the Two of Cups being in the reverse is the realization that this isn't working out. But now I've got to leave. Now I got to pull away. Now I got to stop thinking about them. And so the Two of Cups in the reverse with being trapped in fear here is making the wrong decision of finally letting it go. I think with these two aces here, that the future is beckoning you to take a different road, to, saying to you, look, there are a bunch of choices that you have, that you are the magician, that you do have, at least a couple of aces up your sleeve that you can choose from. And we have the Ace of Wands, which is excitement and a brand new path, maybe something creative. If we're talking about leaving a job or someplace that you're just not happy, I feel like you are going to find a brand new beginning that does make you happy, that you get kind of excited about. This is the same thing for a relationship or a friendship. It really does feel like somebody's been loyal to a relationship or a friendship, because I don't think you'd be this loyal to an employer. Do you know what I mean? We've got the Ace of Cups. I feel like what you want is something that is going to make you feel safe enough to open your heart, but also something that's quite exciting. But I still feel like why you're trapped in fear is because you thought this of the last friendship or relationship, and it just didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So I feel like you're holding on because you're loyal. I feel like with the new moon in Taurus here, it tells me there is a new cycle coming, but you're going to have to be the fool in order to take advantage of that. And this is showing up for you. You're going to have the opportunity to take a leap of faith into something, but I don't know that you're ready, or because it feels like through loyalty, you're still holding on to something in the past. Tell me about the midweek here. I've got the Queen of Cups. I've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Hierophant in the reverse. For some of you, it's asking for the divorce. It's breaking the commitment. And that's the hardest because you're very loyal. It feels like somebody here is super loyal, is having a hard time breaking the commitment, because the Queen of Pentacles is here, and that's the one you can set your watch to, right? That's the one who is always going to be prepared. I'm always going to take care of you. This is what I want. Moving slow, very loyal. And I feel like we've deepened the connection to a place that is possibly of the Queen of Cups, but it's time for me to really look at this situation with practicality. I feel like you are a person who is loving deeper than the person that you're with, or you're a best friend who does way more for the friend than the friend does for you. They're not vulnerable with you, but you, I think, have gotten to a point here where you are vulnerable with them. And that's a huge deal for Cancer. When you become vulnerable with someone, I feel like this is a long-time connection, long-time friendship, long-time dating thing, and it feels like this isn't the place where I want to make my life. This has become unstable. I have to do my own thing. I don't think that this is the traditional relationship I thought it was. I don't think I want a traditional relationship, but this could also be, the Hierophant here can also be the reversal of a commitment. I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I feel like this courage is being revealed to you, that I've really got to take control of the situation, that maybe you have somebody here who keeps telling you, nobody's going to want you. Why would you leave me? Nobody's going to want you. Like, it feels like this is what you're fighting with. You're fighting with self-esteem. You're fighting with this, right? Making a big decision, judgment, because somebody might be saying to you, look, nobody's going to want you. Why would you leave me? But I feel like somebody here, what's being revealed to you is your courage. I think that you are going to take a step off the edge. Feels like somebody here is leaving a commitment behind because it wouldn't deepen as much as I thought it was. This person, it's not until we get deeper into the connection that we realize this wasn't in fact a soulmate connection. This was something that was karmic. And all the word karmic means is that it was meant to bring me lessons and wasn't meant for me to stay here forever. And I think somebody is recognizing that possibly. We've got the Page of Swords, we've got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Judgment card. Look, it does feel like there is a big decision you have to make. This is the second time we're seeing Judgment, right? There is a big decision here that you have to make, and it is balancing on your self-esteem, whether you stay or whether you go. I think if you go, it's going to be one of the hardest things you ever did, but I also feel like it's going to bring everything into balance. Your self-esteem is going to climb. It feels like this is a really big decision because it's very much a 180 from where you are right now. It's like turning around on the path and going a completely different way. But with the Three of Cups here, I feel like it's going to bring you happiness. I feel like it's going to bring you joy. And the Page of Swords is telling me that you're sort of weighing and measuring everything. You're looking at it from a distance. You're observing it. Is this really what I want? I don't think you make the decision in the week ahead, honestly, but I feel like you do make that decision possibly in the week after that. Let's talk about this, because I feel like you are realizing that if you make a decision, I feel like this is the week where you sort of watch your partner or watch your friend, and you're like, no, this isn't what I want. And I feel like the week after that, so 2 weeks from today, is where you decide that even though this person is somebody that I've gotten to know since I was a child, or we've gotten really deeply into a connection that I feel like is from the last life, whether it's platonic or romantic, I feel like it's going to break your heart, but I feel like you've got to move forward in order to get balance. Yeah, look, the Page of Wands is here, and that's the one that's excited to go out on a new path here. The Eight of Cups, you're detaching and making a bold move to move forward here. Detaching from your emotions and running in fire. So I feel like somebody here could have a fire placement. You don't have to, but I feel like somebody here, like Cancer, like you will give and give and give emotionally, but when it's done, you will detach your emotions. Boom, that's it. And then everything goes back down underneath, and that's it. I'm not showing you anything on the surface. So I feel like this Queen of Wands energy is telling me that you're ready to make a big, bold move to move forward. It's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be disappointing for some of you, but heartbreaking for others. I feel like you're going cold on someone, and you have decided that you want to be independent. You want to be an individual, and you're making a really big, bold move forward. Two Wands right here, which tells me that you're making a decision instead of feeling stuck with something. The Eight of Cups is about settling for something. The Eight of Cups is here, but you know that there's two cups out there somewhere that aren't in the reverse. So we're going to put down 3 more cards here. We're going to talk about going into the extended here. We're going to talk more about this because I'm going to clarify a lot more about this, and we'll find out about the decision, how you're going to make the decision, and what kind of relationship this is for some of you. I'm going to put down 3 cards. This will give you a little bit of advice going into the future. And if you're interested in coming into the extended, please look in the pinned comment that's above all of the comments. You will find a link to the membership area. If you would like at least 4 extendeds in a month, you can go to the membership area to see the extended. If you'd like to purchase this outright, please look at the link for the purchase link if you'd like to do that. And also, if you're interested in private reads, whether that is a live read or pre-recorded read, I'm still doing private reads. And if you would like to do that, then take a look at the link for Hypsee. Let's put down 3 cards. Find out what we're going to talk about in the extended here for you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of like that. And the Nine of Cups. Look, everything's coming into alignment, but it's going to take you making one of the biggest decisions of your life to leave a friendship behind. And I'm talking about somebody you've known since you were a child. Somebody here is no longer cutting it for you. That you're sort of in this solid, moving slow, I've got a plan, and somebody here is not following your plan. I feel like your plan as though is non-traditional, and somebody here wants you to stay the same, but I feel like you're ready to grow. We've got 3 queens here. The only queen we don't have here is the Queen of Swords, so that means you haven't spoken to this person yet. But we've got 3 queens here. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you are moving out of the vibration into the vibration of the Empress. And so you are trying to bring somebody with you, and that's the loyal part of you, right? The trapped in fear. If I leave, this person isn't going to leave with me, and that's the truth of it. And sometimes that's the way karmic relationships go. So we're going to talk about this going into the future and how things are going to look as the Wheel of Fortune brings in your destiny. And yeah, if you want to be there, that's where we'll be. Bottom of the deck. Look, it's inevitable. This thing is done. It's inevitable. You can hang around as long as you want, feel bad about it, but what's being revealed to you, the Seven of Swords, is that it's over. And yeah, it feels like you're moving to a new place, a happier time, a more stable energy here. I'm going to leave this right here. We're going to go to the extended. If you want to be there, that's cool. And if not, if this is where we part ways, that's cool, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Take care, Cancer. Thank you. Bye-bye.